Hello, everyone, and welcome to an impromptu JAS Special Edition. I'm Mikey of Mikey Sues 4. Just why I'm not quite tired yet, so I just was going to run this little stream and see who we can come by in the chat just to briefly say hello and whatever, and just give you guys quick updates on what's happening. As for now, my wife Suzanne is doing all right. She recently just had some examination done of her bruised shoulder, and it seems like she has a little bit of tendonitis. So, say some prayers for my wife, and she's doing all right though. Everything's going good. As far as her knees, well, she's got to get them worked on. So that's coming up later on. Right now we're still, maintaining our budget, trying to figure out, when to get her in there, and everything else getting done. So. Well, there's just a couple things I want to mention. First of all, special prayers out, of course, still going out there for my brother Larry of Be Yourself Adventures. Of course, we didn't see him tonight, which is okay. I mean, he's not doing really well. And, he just found out about the surgery that he's going to have next week on the 27th for his shoulder, which he, according to him, he said it was hanging by a thread. So, when my brother's saying something like that, it's then it's very, desperate situation. So, yeah. So they should be able to help him out. And of course, he said he'll probably be out of it maybe for a little bit. We'll see. So please, special prayers for my wife, special prayers for Larry, his wife Diane, his son Tyler, and all their family, and everybody here. Hello, Kevin, Theme Park Adventures. Hey, Mikey. Welcome, Kevin. Good to see you. I'm sorry it's so late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning here, East Coast time, but yeah, there he is. Hey, Kevin. Good to see you. Thank you. Yes, hello. Welcome. Wave to you as well. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So, my wife and Larry going through tough times right now. As for myself, I still have, my diabetes. I'm still fighting through it. I have lost almost 40 pounds, so I'm pretty proud of that. But at the same time, I still got to work on myself. I really don't like to be a selfish person. I really like to help others first, and then when I get to myself, then I can help myself. So, and now I realize that since my brother Larry has turned 60, Suzanne has her birthday coming up, and she's going to be the ripe old age of 59, but we're going to call her 39, and just go with that. But then after that, then I turn the ripe old age of 60 myself, in September. So that's going to be crazy, man. I'm telling you. But anyway, I just want to let you folks know we finally got to do Harlem Globetrotters visit Gilligan's Island, and went on both, Gorilla's Censored Thought channel earlier this evening. We had a nice panel. Phantom Boomer, who helped find this rare gem for us, TV movie. It was from 1981. The last you'll ever saw of Jim Backus and pretty much all the original cast, except for Tina Louise, of course. But it was very well done, of course. It's very funny. It is. It is a rare find. And, it's just like, I talked to Suzanne earlier about this. It's kind of like a comparison to that one Bond film that everybody thinks is not canon, Never Say Never Again, right? Came out in 83, around the same time that later on that Octopussy came out, with Roger Moore. Yeah. So, but according to Broccoli and Michael Wilson, before then, they did a worldwide poll. I think it was in the early 2020 there or so. And they did, everybody agreed majority wise that it is a canon film. So it may have been an alternate, location that the very first James Bond, Sir Sean Connery doing his thing with Kim Basinger, which was her very first film, by the way. and kind of remade it like it was Thunderball, right? But it was just called Never Say Never Again. So not too bad. It was okay. I liked it as a Bond film, but just like the Harlem Globetrotter film, it's really hard to find Never Say Never Again. We've tried. I mean, like Amazon.com, we've tried other sources. It's really difficult to find. So, you know, if we ever find a copy, I'm going to treasure it till the end of time, even if there's maybe a skip in it or something. If it's a DVD or a Blu-ray, better off if it's a Blu-ray because they made those two, I guess, for the movie. But either way, I'd be happy with that. So anyway, that's just some of the personal life. I don't say much, but just a few things that are happening. Uh, that are needing prayers from everybody in the community. We're also at 246 wonderful community family members that are more than just subs to us, and we only need 4 more. And when we get 4 more, we'll have 250, and we'll do a surprise live stream. And I'll invite a few people up here on a panel so that they can, celebrate us, me and Suzanne. We put together this channel way back in November of 2017. So, when we reach that month this year, it'll be 8 years that we've had it. But we didn't really start streaming until April of 2023. So that is next month. We officially made, I guess, April 1st is like when we started all this streaming business. So, yeah, so that'll be a little celebration there too. More to come on that. So, anyway, I just want to remind you folks that the one thing I really am waiting for in approximately 12 hours from now is premiering the first 2 episodes from season 1 of Get Smart. You folks asked for it last year. We did polls, we did everything, and you folks really wanted it. So I said, okay, well, when we get through one of the other shows that I do during the week, Monday through Thursday at 1 p.m., or sometimes it'll be a little bit before that or a little after that, depending on situation of real life going on. Then that's what we do. So, yeah, tomorrow we should start right on time, right at 1 o'clock, and I'm looking forward to it. It looks really good because we just completed The Greatest American Hero, which only lasted 3 seasons. I tried to put a show that I really liked, but didn't last for very long, and that was it. And we just finished that. So, plus we're going very quickly through Red Dwarf. Of course, we're doing 2 episodes of that every Monday. And we're already on season 6, and they only have 14 seasons. But the thing is, according to the IMDb background information, a season for Red Dwarf is like 6 episodes. So when we go through 6 episodes quickly like that, then the seasons themselves just keep going very quickly. And so far, they've had almost 14 seasons. So yeah, as soon as we get to that, I think I'll pretty much put a stop. And so that shouldn't take too long. A couple more months for that. But whichever one we finish, whether it is Red Dwarf, I know we won't finish TOS because we're going through the 79 episodes of TOS, but we're doing one per day or one every week, on a Tuesday because there's a lot of information. And we just did Shore Leave from season 1, which was episode 15. So that'll take a while, but that's fine because I don't mind just having a day like a Tuesday that's kind of not even midweek yet, but it's just, goes by pretty slow, and that's fine. So, because we got other things coming up soon, I said in real life. And then, of course, we're still in the middle of season 3 of our, the favorite series that I love from the 80s and all time is the A-Team, and we got 2 more episodes working on that for Thursday. We're going to start, I believe, that particular webcam show just after 12:45 because I have a poll that's in our community section, and if you haven't voted yet, please do because it's very important. When I do read from the background information of IMDb, I also like enjoying reading the quotes that people have submitted from those particular episodes of the shows we do. And I know my voice is not always there, so I can't always like pronounce. I mean, I can't go into a specific dialect or an accent. It's kind of hard, but I do the best I can. Um, and it does actually add a little bit more time to our shows. Now, whether or not you want our shows to be very quick or very slow doesn't bother me, because like whatever which way you guys want to, guys and gals want us to go. But I feel like the quotes are probably unnecessary, and because I would expect you, after I review it, to go and watch it yourselves, and if there are spoilers, I tell you about that too. So, yeah. Make sure that you put your hands over like that so you don't hear the spoilers if you haven't seen the episode yet yourself. So I try to do the best. Like I say, I try to put out the best content for that. Saturday, of course, is our next fan film review. We are going to review this week Star Trek Farragut, Farragut, yeah, Farragut, and I'm going to send copies out to our select panels so that we can watch the movie and then comment about it on Saturday. That'll be at 1:05, or excuse me, at 1:00 p.m. Eastern time. And then, as you know, I work with Gorilla with Waltons on Friday nights. Sometimes I work with Sit Down on his at Japanese anime he does right after. If I'm available, if I feel okay to do it. Also, sometimes I do work with Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf. When she does her podcast and her sometimes watch parties, and I'm pleasantly happy to be able to co-host that, because she's the silent hostess with the mostest, Charlotte, and I'm very happy when I work with my brother Curtis Selby, and of course Ezra, and then there's Kim Kibb, her best friend, and then her daughter Scarlett. So yeah, and then we have our best guy in the chat. He's like a best man, Mr. Accounting Cheap. He takes over and he's there and has things to say, and he's good. He's a good person. So it's always good to see Accounting Cheap also for helping us out. Okay. All right. So we got 4 people watching. Very cool. Very cool. So don't forget, 4 people watching, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you share this with your friends, family, and acquaintances. And of course, don't forget, in the future, make sure when you see where it says notify me when we do post a future webcam or a live stream, takes no more than less than a second. Just tap it once and it should say notification on with the little bell lit up and everything. And you can go and, anticipate the next big thing, the next big stream that comes up. Now, sometimes I will tell you, when I do Hello Accounting Sheep, oh my gosh, do you work on ESP mind control now? Big prayers. Thank you, Accounting Sheep. Yes, for everybody I mentioned. Thank you. Yeah, speaking of Accounting Sheep, hello. Hello, my friend. Good to see you as always. Yes, thank you so much for attending this late night sojourn, I call it. Yeah, great to see you, my friend. So like I said, we got a lot coming up this year on Mikey Seuss 4. One of the things we do plan on doing is after we do get caught up on the other 3, shows we're talking about, doing reviews on every day. The next thing we want to do, I think probably in the summer, we want to do mystery shows. And what I mean by that is that, like, you have those shows like Ancient Aliens from History Channel, National Geographic. You've got, In Search Of. You have, Beyond Fact or Fiction. You have all these other things. It's very cool. Yeah, definitely stuff that you want to see and and learn about. And there's a lot of updated information too, which I can go from Wikipedia and just pull up some updated information. I could describe the mystery episode to you, but then for updated information, I go in and check. I would check Wikipedia for that. So yeah. Or if I can get my Cosby working, I might be able to do a watch party of a particular mystery, and then we can talk about it and go from there. So hopefully that's something I want to plan for the summertime. Because I'll be I'll be indoors a lot in the summer, um, for other reasons. All right, and we have Devil Flyer Momentum. Welcome, welcome, sir. Glad to see you. Thank you for making your presence here in this stream tonight. Accounting Sheep says I was lurking for a few minutes before that, but I'm supposed to be asleep, so I'm not really here. Oh, shh. He's not really here. Okay, well then that means I'm a dream, and I'm not really supposed to be here, but I'm not tired, so I don't know what else to say to you, my friend. And here is Lockdown. Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! Yeah, welcome, welcome, Lockdown. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for attending tonight. And the accounting says, just leave it a prayer for you and Susan, please, for our young friend. Yes. Yes, sir. And for Larry. Yes, of course. And and also, please, prayers for our friend Jay Aldridge, because he has to go through a few appointments himself, physical appointments, kidney dialysis, maybe, I hope not, but he might have to go through that. And his wonderful partner in life now, Renee. So, yeah, please pray for both of them down there in Louisiana. And, of course, for all of our family members here at the Mikey's for location. Everybody needs a little prayer now and then. Very powerful, and it does help. So, yes, so thank you, Accounting Chief, for that. Okay, this is great. We got 3 people still watching, and 4 visitors so far. So, thank you. Appreciate that a lot. My, by the way, this beautiful person I know, Suzanne, can sleep through anything. So, don't worry. I'm trying to keep a level volume, but yeah, it won't bother her too much. Let's see. What else can we talk about, guys? Well, don't forget that Kevin Theme Park Adventure and Accounting Cheap and Devil Flyer Momentum and Lockdown all have their own channels. So please make sure you support them. Guys, you all got blue and cheese. Yeah, so you can always promote your channels there, and I can highlight it so that so that people can go to your channels and subscribe. Like I said, for us, we only need 4 more, and then out of the blue, we'll, as our meme goes, always expect the unexpected, everyone or everybody, and we want to do a special stream for all 250 as our next goal, and then we'll shoot for 300 and so on. So until we get to the monetization thing, which I'm not really too fond about, but that's okay. It's all right. And Lockdown says, we thank you for the gift of our brothers and sisters here and their unique gifts. Very much appreciated for saying that, Lockdown. He also says, we pray for all to be able to use their gifts and talents here and for each one to commit to God the gifts and their use for the benefit of others and the glory of God. Very good, Lockdown, and I appreciate that. Also, he says, we thank you for the uniqueness of our family and the ways we encourage, exhort, and lift up each other, bind us together in love for each other. Thank you, sir. You are very well learned, sir. Thank you, and well met. I appreciate that very much. That is wonderful. Yeah, that's very wonderful, saying that for all of us. So, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Thank you. I think you just gave us our prayer for tonight. Amen. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. That was great. Thank you so much. Trying to think what else, guys. Oh, well, I just want to reemphasize that this whole year we won't be doing very many live streams. They're mostly going to be for the purpose of special events, such as, like I say, next month, April 19th, Suzanne and I we'll reach officially our 9 years uh, as per a courthouse as being married. But on June 23rd of this year, which is a week after we celebrate my wife's 39th birthday, on a stream, a week later, we're going to be celebrating our 10-year official anniversary when we got engaged in front of witnesses, or one witness, and then her, because she is a Universal Life Church minister. So she officially married me in Niagara Falls, Canada, and then we had a witness that helped us. So yeah, it comes out great. So that's what we have coming: April 19th, June 16th, June 23rd, and we do have other things coming too. So, well, we have this. We're planning. Uh, I don't know how many of us in the chat here or other friends that I know are big cat lovers, but we do have one of our cats, Moon Pie, who's turning 8 years old this coming Thursday. She is a spring equinox cat, and when we got her, that's when she was born. Was on the spring equinox, the turn of it. So this year it was just moved up because normally her birthday is on the 21st, but we just moved it up to the 20th because that's when the spring equinox falls. So yeah. So we might be doing a live stream. I don't know. I know we'll be doing a live stream, but I don't know what time, and I haven't really decided yet. And so I'll see what the landscape says on Thursday and then go from there. But yeah, I want to try to get some of our friends, Raquel, SSG 2211, Moira Kitty. I want to get Gorilla up here if I can so that he can show off his cat. It'll just be a little cat party, And we do have some sweets. Moon Pie is going to have a chicken veal kind of like, and then she's going to have like a tuna glaze or something on top of it. So it can be very cool. Suzanne knows how to put those kind of things together. She's a great cook. So she's going to do that for Moon Pie. And then we have our own little cake that we get to share with her. And of course, our beautiful other girl, Deja Vu, will be sharing in that with her sister. So yeah, it should be fun. I just don't know. Like I said, I don't know what time yet. Or I might just go ahead and move it to the 21st anyway on Friday when I have some open time. Might be in the early morning or afternoon. I don't know. But I think it's probably better to do it Thursday night. So just kind of keep an eye out, guys. Make sure, hit your notifications bell. Make sure it's all on full, ding, ding, ding bell so that you know when I got one that's coming up. And then that way you guys can come and celebrate with us. So that'd be fun. And let's get back to the chat here briefly. So Lockdown says, all are infused with the Holy Trinity. Absolutely, my friend. And he says, wow. See, I've personally seen the Great Falls. Yes, sir, I have. 3 times, in fact. Been there 3 times. Yeah. We even gambled at the Falls View Casino there. Yeah. We did okay. We won about $200. We went to the Rainbow Cafe and we had a very nice dinner. Very good service. They have a Rainbow Cafe right now in Scottsdale, Arizona. Yeah, they moved down to this area near the main casino, which is on the Pima Indian Reservation, the Native American reservation there outside of Scottsdale. And, they have along the State Route 101, they have 2 different casinos, which are on their land. And they put a bunch of like rides and things and aquarium, things like that, which are all there now. They've been there for a couple of years. Yeah, so. And Lockdown says, I love cats unless they want to eat me. Oh, Lockdown, and I don't think you're going to have any fear at all. Not going to have to have any worries about a cat coming in your dreams and wanting to tear your eyes out. Or coming after you. don't worry about that. Lockdown says also, all those water particles reflecting light. Yes. And I haven't been there to the falls when it's been wintertime. You know how they freeze and everything, and it's kind of like otherworldly, eclectic in a way. Yeah, it's very cool. But No, I'm all right. We've been there 3 times. We've seen them. Been there, done that. I can cancel it off the bucket list. It's done. Yeah. So, but it is amazing. Yeah. It's right. That's what you said. Yep. Amazing. Yep. The falls are very amazing. They are. Um, it's like it's like any major monument. If you've never been there, like for Suzanne, she had never been to the Grand Canyon in Arizona, in upper northern Arizona, until I finally took her there, and she said, "Oh, the pictures don't do it justice." No, 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 no. Expansion. She took pictures. Oh yeah, yeah. You have to see it to believe it, right? You have to literally be there. Take pictures, do the normal tourist thing, but you got to be there to enjoy it. Well, just like the Tower of London, the original Tower Bridge, that's over there in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, and I took her there too, so she got to see that. And not many people are realize it's there. But when you get through the tourism of Arizona, general information and things like that, they will mention it, and you go there and you see it, the actual tower bridge. So yeah, I crossed it. So it's amazing. And lockdown and says glistening snow. Can't imagine. Yeah. Well, like I said, seeing is believing. Yeah, you have to be there. So and Lockdown says he's been through the mountains in the Carolinas. Oh, those are beautiful. The falls, but the Great Falls, no. Maybe someday. Yeah. Um, if you're talking about the very Blue Ridge, are you talking about? No, no, that's in. I'm sorry, that's in. My geography is a little messed up. Yeah, the Blue Ridges are in Virginia. I haven't seen those. Um, but in the Carolinas, yeah, there's some wonderful mountain range there. Uh, does that have the Appalachians or any of those alternate or different mountain ranges there, Black Dunn? You said you were there, and I gotta try to piece it in my head. Yeah, yeah, Nine Falls in North Carolina. Oh, sweet, that's cool, man. High elevation, yeah, yeah. I myself have been to the top of Pikes Peak. You know where those race cars like to drive from the top all the way down to the bottom, and there's only like it's over 20 miles up, and only 8 miles of that is paved road. The rest of it is just bare, dirt road, no blocking, no barriers, nothing. And if you don't hit the curves right, you go off to your death. Yeah, instantly. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've been to the top of that, over 20,000 feet high. It's one of the high. It is the one of the highest peaks, or probably the highest peak, in that mountain range of the Rockies. Yeah, including where the Rockies go into Canada, and I've seen that. We drove by those too, so I can also mark that off my bucket list. I've seen that. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, yeah. Oh, in those car commercials, yes. Ugh. Yeah. I have vertigo. Well, then that's not for you, man. You couldn't handle that height up there. And you know what's great though is one of the things I really loved about that trip up there was the fact that I knew the elevation as we climbed higher, that the cold it was going to get extremely cold. It was only like 80 some degrees down at the bottom of the base of it, but when you get to the very top of the peak, it is instantly like 30 degrees. So it's like an arctic kind of winter you know, feeling. And I told the person I was with, I said, you got to put on some pants and some shit, to bundle up and a jacket. And this person I was with was reluctant and really didn't want to do it. I said, no, now look, if you want us to go up there and be there for the first time, and we've never been up there before, and we didn't necessarily have the right car to climb that, so so you know, but we did it anyway, and I was right. She was wrong. So yeah, and yeah, knees go weak, and I'm done. Yeah, yeah, I know. Well, I know that she was almost. She almost made me feel like she was freezing to death. I'm like, oh, come on, just put on your long pants, but Women sometimes, right? They worry about the littlest thing. It's just crazy, crazy. Yeah, Locke says seeing signs too of watch of for falling boulders. Correct. There's also this is funny, sir. But before you begin your trip, there is a crossing for Bigfoot for Sasquatch. Yeah, yeah. Before you start, it goes both ways. There's like one sign one way, one sign the other way. It was done for the purpose of park rangers and highway people, where as you go into, because Pikes Peak is located near Montrose, Colorado is a town, and then there's Cripple Creek. Yeah, you've all heard of Cripple Creek from the band. Yeah. Up on Cripple Creek, he sends me. If I spring a leak, she defends me. That stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's just, yeah, it's weird. I mean, just seeing a whole sign that says caution, Bigfoot crossing. So apparently there's been instances where a cryptid has walked either during the day or midday or at night or something, and somebody almost ran into him crossing the road. So you have to be careful. Oh yeah, and it is a crime if you do manage to catch Sasquatch and you kill him. It's a crime. You go to prison. You go to jail. So I'm just saying he's protected just as much as like any other animal. That now I only know that in the state of Colorado because I lived there for like 6 months, but I don't know if that's the same case for Pacific Northwest, like Washington State, Oregon, and so on. I don't know if that exists, if that is actually a law, but I'm pretty sure it might be. I'm just not quite sure. But yeah, yeah, oh yeah, you're laughing. Yeah, it's funny. Believe it is. Yeah, and ooh, you mentioned cryptid. Have you heard of the staircases in national parks? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, they have one. I want to say they have one in the area of like Bryce Canyon, Utah, or Zion National Park. Because I've been to National Zion National Park, and they do have an outdoor amphitheater, which is purely steps. Yeah, that are like staircases. Mm-hmm. Yes. And it was the same amphitheater that the group U2, Bono, um, did an outdoor concert, and they called it Red Rocks. There was a Red Rocks concert. It was filmed right there at the same amphitheater I went to. Yeah. So, yeah, very cool. Yeah. Yeah, missing 411 stuff. Yes, sir, I've seen it. Yeah. There are there are incidences, okay? I'll pick out just one place. Crater Lake in Oregon. Okay? Crater Lake is known for many disappearances. And supposedly what is involved is either some kind of mystical supernatural force that just grabs anybody off any part of the shoreline which leads into Crater Lake or in the surrounding area, and they just disappear. And there's maybe only been like a couple people they found later on, but these people were disoriented. They had no idea what or where they were or who they were at first. And there was this little boy who was like, I think that was like 20 or 25 miles away from where he disappeared. And he was just there. And it's weird. The whole thing is. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, when we get to mysteries, and there's still two people watching, thank you very much. We're almost done here. We're gonna finish here pretty soon. Just a very quick stream, but yeah, I mean, there's so many things going on. I will I do want to say that I will work with the gentleman that does the missing 411 on YouTube. I'm going to try to reach out to him, consult with him, and say, hey, would you like to collaborate with me and my wife on our Mikey's Discord channel and talk about those disappearances? And, you know, because I can talk about many disappearances that happened in the upper woods there in Arizona, in the Mogollon Rim area, and where they have Woods Canyon Lake, and where they used to have the Zane Grey Canyon. cabin before it burned down in the Rodeo fire, and so on. There's also been disappearances up by the Grand Canyon on both the North Rim and the South Rim. Some people have just gone without a trace. Now, whether or not they fell down into the canyon, I don't know. I don't know that stuff. But, there's been mysterious plane crashes over the skies of it. There's been a helicopter crash. All sorts of weird things that go on, and supernatural stuff. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things I could talk about with this guy about disappearances. Definitely, yeah. And Locked In says I heard about that, and he also says the boy was 25 miles and on top of a mountain he couldn't quite possibly climb. Yes, sir. That is the guy I'm talking about. The little boy. Yeah, insane, right? There's no way. So there's only initially, there's only three things I could think of. Either the UFO, a UFO, because they do have UFO sightings almost all the time. Maybe aliens took him all that way up there and just deposited him after they did a little, examination. I can only guess. He might have ran into a family of cryptids because there is a picture which exists. If you go to Arizona and you pull it up on Google search, you look it up under Arizona Republic, a sighting of an actual cryptid family, mom, dad, and whatever, the little smaller ones. And they're walking up the side of a hill, which is impossible, even for a guy or a gal with climbing equipment to get up. And they're climbing up that side with no effort whatsoever. And they're all in black fur. I mean, it's not a family of four people dressed up in ape costumes. These are actual creatures that exist, and they're going up the side of the hill there. And this is just outside of Payson, Arizona. And it's just before you get to one part of the Mogollon Rim. So yeah, they're known as the Mogollon Monsters because they live off the rim there, and there's a whole bunch of cryptids out there. Oh yeah, you don't want to be there by yourself at night. Never ever. Yeah, because you'd be in danger. So yeah. And Locke says I lost. Yeah, Locke says I lost 2 hours of time in Arkansas and was closer to the destination I was headed to. Yeah, I didn't question it till later, right? And I believe in giants too, but I may be crazy. No, oh no, no, sir. You are definitely not crazy. You're not crazy by a stretch. Yeah, the Afghan giant, right? I've heard of that one. Well, that's like I said. In the future, sometime later on this year, in summer, like I said, I'm going to try to collaborate with the 411 gentleman. I'm going to leave him some messages and see if he wants to collaborate. And we can talk about all sorts of disappearances from different areas. But I can mention specifically Arizona because I lived there for over 40 years of my life, and I've seen everything. Oh, yeah, the Phoenix Lights that they talked about back in March 13th of 1997? I saw the spacecraft, and it was a spacecraft. No helicopter, no flares, which is bullshit. There was no stealth plane because I would have recognized the stealth plane, right? An SR-71 Blackbird or one of the other ones, I would have known it. And those things have sound, okay? Believe it or not, if you hear them go at supersonic speed, you can still pick out barely a sound, but you do hear it. This craft that was involved in the Phoenix Lights had no sound. It was hovering literally over Camelback Mountain, which is one of our major, mountain ranges, a very minor one there in the Phoenix area. But it was right over it. It was going moving, and I could see this the whole thing, and it was just ginormous. It was like it was kind of like in sort of a V, sort of V shape like this, and it's just going, like over. Oh yeah, yeah, I saw it. I did. Now, does that mean I'm going to get a knock, on the door and some Canadian Men in Black or something? Like, oh, you never saw that. Yes, I did. I saw it. I will claim it to this very day. You can't brainwash me and tell me it didn't exist. Flares. Please. Anyway, let's see. Bach says I think they were the Deltas. Okay. Gravity waves. It's a rhythmic vibration. Yeah, okay, but I mean, even with a rhythmic vibration, still doesn't explain the fact that this is a huge object over a mountainside and it's making no such noise whatsoever. Okay? Most craft that we know of nowadays, even stealth craft, like I said, make noise of some kind. Or they leave a trail, right? They leave like a little trail behind or something, and smoke or something. Whatever it is. And there was nothing on this object. So I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know. All I know is that I'll never forget it because I was driving down the freeway by myself. There was nobody on that freeway. It was called State Route 101. And I was driving back home from Chandler, Arizona, which is further south. And I was coming back and I see that big thing fly right over Camelback Mountain, right at the very base of it. It wasn't very far off either. It was hovering. And like I said, no sound whatsoever. I had my window open. I would have heard something. I would have heard a hum or a vibration or something that would have reminded me if it was an actual, normal, regular aircraft, but it wasn't. So, yeah. Hi, beautiful. Guess who's here, guys and gals? This is our wonderful younger lady, Miss Deja Vu, and she is 4 years old. I don't know if you can see me through my name bear tag, but yeah, she's 4 years old and she's going to turn 5 this coming December 1st. Yeah. So very cool. Oh, I love you too, baby. Yes, I do. I'm almost done, sweetie. You want to get off my purse or pillow so I can lay on it with Mama later? Do you want to do that or you just want to stay there? All right, well, you can stay there if you want. Yeah, look at her, everybody. She doesn't show herself very often on camera, but she's right there. How beautiful. Yeah, so that is our gorgeous oh, I love you too, baby. Yes, that's our gorgeous Deja Vu, yeah. 4 years old. Yeah, cute cat. Oh, thank you, Lockdown. Dude, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. He says oscillating frequency inducing electricity hum, anti-gravity well maybe. Mm-hmm. Possibly. Possibly, but then why would you fly that over a mountain range in the middle of the night especially on a Friday the 13th? That's what it was, Friday, March 13th. So why would you do that? I don't understand that. Yeah, a cat does what a cat does. That's true. That's absolutely true. And love the black kitties. Yeah, well, besides Disha, of course we have our older girl, Moon Pie, and she's walking around, Of course, now she's sleeping. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Pull out of there, big girl. Oh. Oh, shoot. Honey, babe, sorry. Deja got caught again. Hold on. Deja, come on. Deja, come on. Deja, pull out of it. Deja. Honey. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry. You were pulling on my shirt. You know my shirt is tight. Come on. Oh, don't be mean. Oh boy. I tell you. Yeah. Testing. Right. Okay. Backwards engineering is nothing new under the sun. Well, I agree, but why would they? Well, like I said, why would they fly something like that over the middle of a city that everybody could walk, see it, hear it? Well, not hear it. Sorry, no sound, but being able to see it plain as day, flying overhead. Some people thought it looked like an upside down V, like a big huge thing like that, and others thought it was a huger object than what I'm used to. I know what I saw. And I know it wasn't any conventional aircraft. Let's just be honest. Not even planes. It wasn't like an Air Force jet, and it wasn't a big C-130 transport, or it wasn't a regular, jet airplane. It flies people around. No, nothing like that. Yeah, he, absolutely. And welcome, hi Sashi. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Greetings, everyone. Drive by like. Oh, thank you, Sashi. Thank you so much. Sashi is one of our biggest supporters from the wonderful country of Malaysia, and he's a very hardworking young man. And last year, I was pleasantly surprised when he agreed to come up on our panel and actually speak. And I was just very happy about that. And I still have the video, Sashi, and I was really proud that night that you were agreed to come up and at least say a few words, and that was wonderful of you. So thank you again for that. I don't think I've thanked you enough for that. Maybe I have, but no, I don't think I have. So yeah, it was just wonderful. And yeah, when they want attention, they demand it. That's true. That's true. Well, military, Navy, Air Force. Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Poor honey. I love you, you know that. Yeah, so I mean now the armed forces are seeing these things, These unidentified aerial phenomenon, now known as UAPs, which used to be unidentified flying object, which used to be UFOs, right? So now they're UAPs, and they have a special commission put together to do investigations on these, through the military and so on. So yeah, so a lot of things I'd like to talk about later this year, involving those mysteries of the flying phenomenon and everything else that goes around. Yeah, it's so much fun. And yeah, let's see if we can catch up on the chat. So Locke says they flew them over the Capitol. Yes, they did. They also flew them over Los Angeles. Remember the Battle of Los Angeles with a bunch of those things? Oh yeah. And was in a newspaper, I believe. Yes, sir, it was. And yes, U.S. Capitol to be specific. Yes. And locked in and says Mali. And Sushi says the only channel with my voice on it. That's I feel okay. I feel very significant. I feel very special that your voice is on there. Really is, sir. Awesome. Yes. I'm very pleased about that. But I don't like to self promote. I just don't like to go, hey, we're the only channel that has Sachi that talk to us. Yeah. No, I'm not that way. But it's available. I mean, any of you want to check it out in a playlist of all my live stuff that we did, me and Suzanne and everybody. And even when I had a piece of crap computer before that, it's all available. So make sure you check out Mikey Sue's 4. And like I said, please subscribe if you haven't already. That would be most appreciated. Locke says, I have Mali friends. Yeah, Mali, right. Most courteous and friendly people you can meet. Sashi is the most courteous Malaysian person I ever know. And I consider him a brother. I think he's a wonderful person. He knows a lot of stuff. He goes through a lot of stuff too. Being that he works in grocery, I believe, right, Sashi? Because he goes through that. And, customer service like I used to before I retired or semi-retired, went into retirement. Uh, yeah, I mean, he goes through the same things I went through, and yeah, it's crazy. And Locke says, Som and Jean. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, well, Locke Dannon, if they're internet savvy people, and if they want to come up and visit, or come up here on the chat, visit us and say hello and everything, please bring them by all means. And yeah, just make sure they subscribe, if they want to. That's up to them. I'm not Trust me, folks, I'm not forcing anybody to subscribe to this channel. All I'm saying is that it's a very good suggestion because we do provide great content. We're very kind to everyone that we greet, everybody that's here, that comes to the channel willingly and wants to have some fun, kind of just like hang out, say hello to everyone. Yeah, we're a very good channel for that. All that Suzanne did say is that, which made a lot of sense, was that she wants a channel of kindness. She just wants people to be nice to each other, kind to each other, very respectful of each other, and civil in the chat, as it says there in the banner that's running by your very face in front of everybody. Yeah, that's what we're about. Right. Oh yes, retail. Right. Thank you, Sashi. So retail optical store. almost 30 years in and 19 years in my own store. Fantastic, dude. Well, you go through things all the time, right, Sashi? A lot of customer complaints. You go through customer service issues, things like that. It happens, but you're a customer service representative, and you're your own entrepreneur of your own store. So yeah, so that's the great part about that. And they are refugees from war. Okay, Lockdown. Thank you for letting me know that. Som and Joan. Okay. Yeah, and they just love and live life. Oh, fantastic. Well, I'm glad you introduced us to them, and we're glad to know them. So thank you, Som and Joan. Okay. Very, very much appreciated. Okay, let's take a look at what we got here. Just going through the motions of what we have here, and there we go. Okay. Alrighty, so yeah, we'll just go to the top of the hour here. So right around the 1 hour mark, we'll just try to go ahead and shut down. Since lockdown has been most graceful to provide us with his own prayer, and we did that. So thank you, lockdown, for that. I appreciate it. We both do. Yeah, very much appreciate it. Okay, so as you know, let's just do a quick recap. So tomorrow, of course, 1 p.m. or well, now it's tomorrow for me. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Yikes! I gotta get some sleep. Anyway, um, later on this afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern, we are doing Get Smart with 2 episodes review, starting with the very first season, season one, which was episodes 1 and 2, and then Thursday, of course, we're doing our one most awesome end of the week, reviews of the A Team. We've got season 3, and I believe episodes 15 and 16 are going on tomorrow on Thursday. And then Thursday night, we might decide to go ahead and do a live stream. We haven't determined the time yet, but if it does happen, I'm going to have Raquel SSG 2211 hopefully co-host with me, so we can show off our cats and show off the beautiful moon pie, because she's a lot more camera savvy than this girl over there, Deja Vu. Because if I hold her like this, she'll struggle, she'll go nuts. But when I hold Moon Pie, she's very gracious and very cute. And so, we want to wish her happy birthday, present her with her little thing of cake. It's going to be a party, just a little thing. So, like I said, I'll figure out by Thursday afternoon when I'm going to do it or not. So keep in touch with us. Remember, subscribe to us, and then that way, and hit the all notifications, so you'll be well aware of when we decide to run a stream like this or do other things. So yeah. And of course, on Saturday, don't forget at 1 p.m. Eastern, we are reviewing the next Star Trek film, which is simply called Star Trek Farragut. And yeah, so by Thursday afternoon, I'll have all the copies of it. I'll copy it, paste it to each of our select panels, Facebook messengers, which are encrypted and everything, thank God. And they'll be able to watch it themselves. And then when they're ready, and if they can make it, they'll come up there on Saturday and we'll talk about the show. So yeah, should be a lot of fun. We got a lot of things planned here at Mikey Sue's for, and we're looking forward to all of you to come and visit and have some fun. And like I said, we want to get to 250 at least, so we can do a live stream surprise and be able to acknowledge everybody that has been with us since the beginning. That has been with us since April of 2023. So, yes. And there is Moon Pie. Hi, Moon Pie. She just jumped over here. So, and I'm not sure where the other one went, but yeah, she was pulling on my. What happened was she was pulling on my shirt, and this is a tough material, and so she got like 3 of her poor little claws trapped in there. I had to be careful and kind of work on it to get it out. And she went, because she got scared. So yeah, sorry there, Deja Vu. And Moon Pie, you be a good girl. Yeah, Daddy's gonna get to bed soon. Don't worry. Okay, so let's see. Finishing out the chats here. Let's see here. Let's see. Sachi says, and dealing with local government, have to implement electronic billing this year, mandatory requirement from next year. They need to make sure I make what I say in my tax filing or tax filing. Sorry. Yeah, I know, Sashi. That's a different set of things altogether. Being your own self owner. Oh, lockdown. And no, what you did earlier was totally fine. Would you like another to head out on? No, 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 no. That's totally fine, sir. What you did was most appreciated, and we needed something different tonight because this is just very quick. I just wanted to throw out some quick information, some updates, let you folks know how our friends are doing, to make sure they're doing okay. But I appreciate the offer. Thank you so much, my friend. Sashi says, wouldn't want them to miss out on our tax money. I get to give them the honor of mismanaging my money. Okay, Sachi. Well, you do well then. You do well. You be you. My money! Like that says. Sashi says, I thought I mismanaged my money effectively on my own, but these guys are on another level. Yes, they are. Would you care for a prayer? I know, Lockdown, and you did a prayer earlier. That was totally acceptable and very fine. No, you're fine. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'll do one last mention and just say, of my specific friends and my wife that need prayers and support from everybody. So, yeah. So thank you, my friend. Thank you again. You've been most helpful. I do appreciate that. Okay, well, let's get to the nitty gritty here. We're getting to the end of the stream because I need to get some sleep. I need to pass out and do something myself before I get to do the Get Smart later on this afternoon. Oh, I respect it. Well, Black Dot, and you were more than kind to offer the prayer tonight, and you did, and that was just very, very gracious of you. So thank you so much. That was much needed. Yes, don't have to self promote that. Just kidding. Yeah, but it was a good one. It was. Yes, I agree with you totally. Yes, absolutely. Alrighty. So with that, let's thank these gentlemen for coming in this really early morning. Kevin Theme Park Adventures. He works with my buddy of 49 years, Mr. Larry from Beer Stuff Adventures. Kevin has a lot of great content on there. He does some live stuff from the different parks like Disneyland and Disney World and Knott's Berry Farm and all this stuff and Universal Studios. So make sure you check out Kevin's, you know, actual YouTube website there. Accounting Sheep is a fantastic supporter of all of us over at Charlotte Night Star, the werewolf. He's wonderful in the chat. He supports us very much. So, and he has a decent channel. So make sure you go there and subscribe to him. And whenever you see him at a future Charlotte Night Star event, like a podcast interview or a watch party, say hello to him because he's a very nice man. And Devil Flyer Momentum, I know him from I think there's a channel called Joe Haribo. I've seen him before. Devil Flyer is a cool guy. He's got some good stuff there. Make sure you check him out in his channel as well. Lockdown is one of our best friends here in our channel, and he takes care of all of he's actually a guy with great answers. He comes up with some great content himself and helps us out. Much appreciated support. So thank you, Lockdown, for being here and for the prayer tonight. Thank you again for that one last time. And then, of course, our favorite guy, our man from Malaysia, Mr. Sashi, who runs his own business, and he is also a very awesome supporter of all of our channels, including Mikey Seuss 4. And we do want to thank him every day, and as well as everybody else here, for being a part of this and for helping us out. So we have two people still liking. Very cool. Or two people watching. Okay. Alrighty. So that takes care of everybody there. And let's see here. All right. So Lockdown says, have a blessed night and stay safe. Thank you, Lockdown. Thank you so much again. And yes, you stay safe as well, sir. Please. And Sashi says, all right, I need to get back to worrying about stuff. It's hard because I don't have any hair left to pull out. Oh, poor Sashi. Well, I'm there with you, buddy. I'm there with you. I'm gonna stay till it ends. Okay, no problem. And he bows. I bow to you, sir. Thank you. Salutes. Absolutely. Totally. Okay, so we've had the prayer. So I want to say on behalf of, I always quote the wonderful Gene Siskel, who used to work for the Chicago Tribune, and now he's in the big sky, the big critique in the sky of heaven with his buddy Roger Ebert, with Siskel and Ebert at the movies. And Siskel always said, and now the aisle is closed. So I want to thank everybody for being here tonight for this Just Another Stream Special Edition. I will usually call it that if I'm doing this like a web, like a live stream like this by myself. But if I do a webcam JAS, I will usually just notate it where we've had a lot of those JAS streams where, I can't sleep, but I got to talk about certain things. So, that are standing out there. And Sashi, I'm there too. Monk mode activated. There you go. There you go. Okay, so as we always like to say, my beautiful wife, who is a Universal Life Church minister, board certified and everything, she always says, leave everything in God's hands. Best piece of advice you could take. Also, my wonderful, like I said, my brother Larry, who I've known for 49 years of lifetime, and pleased to say he is a great brother. He is a wonderful friend, and he's only slightly older than me. So, but he always says, always be yourself, which is a wonderful thing. And finally, last but not least, as far as we go, is our memes here all year long. We always say, always expect the unexpected, everybody and everyone. So, with that, God bless America. God bless Canada. God bless everybody in the world around us. Bless everybody in the chat there. And of course, peace from Mikey Sue's 4 and from our beautiful cats, Moon Pie and Deja Vu. And Moon Pie, happy early birthday, my sweetheart. Mwah. Yeah, she'll be turning 8 in a couple days, so we're all looking forward to that. All right, then. Let's go with the out music. And by the way, if you do see a Sasquatch, run. Run. Okay? Don't wait. Just run. Okay? No pictures. Nothing. Run. Okay. Fair warning to the wise. Yeah, it can always be better always, but it can be far worse. Amen to that, brother. And I will end with that. Thank you, everyone. Take care of yourselves, please. And we'll see you again later this afternoon, 1 o'clock straight up, I hope, on time, so we can talk about Get Smart. Dun, 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 that. Anyway, take care, everyone.